How are y'all doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. I'll go ahead and get this open while I'm waiting. Hello. How are you? Hey. Ooh, is it little? Let me make sure my kids are off. Give me 1 second. Hey guys, I'm on. Make sure you're off. Okay, we should be good now. Hey! You made it live. Awesome. So how are y'all doing tonight? Y'all doing okay? Good. All right. So we get started. If you didn't see the post, this is what we're going to be working on. Isn't this so cute? I found this at Sim's Pottery. I thought this was adorable. I really liked it. They had a couple different ones, but I thought strawberries would be fun. I had a little bit of strawberry ribbon left, so I thought, why not just use that? All right, so I'll move camera down and we'll get started. All right, here we go. I had just kind of moved the camera a little bit. It's kind of on there loosely. Can you see? I think that's too far. Come on, camera. All right, hold on. I'm having camera issues. I don't do it. Let's see, is that it? Okay, that's good, that's good. All right. Just having weird issues tonight. All right, so we're going to be doing one of our burlap rolls. It still looks too low. Not like that. There. Let's see if that does it. Okay, I think that's better. All right, so we're going to be using one of these burlap rolls, and we're going to use a brown work wreath, and we're going to use this. Look at this red mesh. It's metallic. I got this from Trendy Tree. Isn't that pretty? It's like very sparkly. It's kind of like a wide foil and a metallic mixed together. So I thought that would be really pretty with this sign because it's very bright. See? So I've cut some, but we'll move those aside. Okay. We'll move this aside. And I picked up these strawberries when I was at Carolina Pottery the other day. So I was watching Laura Jean's wreath room the other day, and she did one. Now, she did a different method than we're doing, but she put strawberries in it, and I thought, that's a really cute idea. So we're going to do that too. So we're going to use a little bit of the window pane ribbon. And then we have some leftover strawberry ribbon. I love this. You see this? Isn't this pretty? It's lime, red, and white striped. And then we have the green with the little green border. And my favorite, the tan with the white polka dots. I love that stuff. It's very versatile. Let's see. All right, just closing off my camera there. Alrighty, so we are going to do Poofs, and we're going to add in Ruffles. And we're going to add in some of these when we're done. I thought that would be fun. So I did leave a couple to cut. But first we'll start off with our roll. So I get this question a lot, so I'm going to tell y'all. When you're trying to figure out how much you need to do a wreath, if you will decide what method you're going to use, then you can decide how much you need. So if you're going to be doing a ruffle wreath and you're going to be using 30 inches, then you need 1.5 rolls. If you're going to be doing a ruffle wreath and you're only going to do 20 inches, then you only need 1 roll. If you're going to do poof, then you really only need 1 roll. So if you're going to combine them like I'm doing, then you need a roll, 2 rolls, because we're going to use this one, and then we're cutting this entire thing so we can use 20-inch ruffles, because every roll has 10 yards on it, which is essentially 360 inches. So that's how you figure that out. So we're going to take it, bunch up the end, and then go right before a tie. And I'm going to tie it on with the zip tie. Just get it on there tight. I like to do this because then when we come back around, it's going to hide this place where we started. So I don't tie this tie until I come back around. And I'm going to do my 1, 2, 3, which is about a 10-inch poof. Tie that off and fluff it out. Move a couple things here. All right. So this is jute burlap mesh right here. And then the other one that we're using is a wide foil metallic that I got from Trendy Tree. And I think it's really pretty. I like it. Okay. So these 2 ties are really close together, but I'm just going to go ahead and use them. Sometimes when you get work wreaths, the ties are a little odd. So if that happens, you can either skip it and just put one in yourself, or you can just go ahead and use it. Most of the time, I just go ahead and use it. This mesh is the burlap jute, and it is 21 inch by 10 yards. And the other one we're using is 10 by 10, 10 inches, 10 yards. Okay. I do too. This sign kind of has a little bit of a rustic look to me, so this mesh is really perfect for anything that has kind of a rustic look to it, because it has those kind of natural elements in it. Don't you think so, Ben? So too. They just got the strawberry ribbon back in stock. So if you're looking for any, I know Sim's Pottery has it. I don't know if Craft Outlet does. Hi. I am happy to share. It's a lot more fun to craft with y'all than it is to craft by myself. Okay, so I've gotten back around. So this is the tie that we started in front of and we skipped. So you see when we put it down, you can no longer tell where we started. So that's why I like to do that. And then what I do is I'll go open up the ties on the top. And it's just to do that so that when you're going around, you don't have to open them, stop and open them. Okay. There we go. So I'll take this piece and I'll go up top and I will tie it down just like I did on the bottom right before a tie. Now, it's personal preference if you start on the top or the bottom. It really doesn't make any difference. It's just what you like to do. I don't know why, I just always like to start on the bottom. Thank you. This is my new top that I got from this little new boutique here called Hidden Treasures. It's so cute. I had so much fun in there. So I skip this tie, go to the next one. There. Hey, Trixie. So when you're doing these poofs, you can either measure them out or you can do like me and just kind of eye it. It's whatever is more comfortable for you. So there's no right way and there's no wrong way. I love the color too. I'm just excited to have new stuff. I've avoided shopping for a very long time. So, here we go. You know what? Facebook is often not people's friend when it comes to lives. I think it's just because the weather's kind of bad everywhere. Hi. It's been really, really, really bad here, so I was really worried it wasn't going to be good. It's just hard to say. Thank you, Laura. I loved your wreath last night. Okay, so we've gotten back around. See, here's where we tied in. So now we do our poof, and we use this last little tie, and it covers up where we started. All right. So we're going to be doing ruffles, so we don't need to do anything else. But I was going to show you tonight, if you didn't want to do ruffles and you only wanted to do the poof, one thing you could do, if you have spaces in between where you can see your wire frame, one thing you can do is take the rest of the mesh and go from the top to the bottom at a diagonal like this and tie it in on the bottom, fluff it out. See, and what that does is it kind of creates almost like a third layer, and then you would just go from the bottom to the top, and you just go back and forth like a zigzag all the way around, and then you fluff it out. And what that does is it allows you to use up the entire roll. So you would just do that until you ran out of roll, and it will cover up where you have spots. So if you have a mesh that's not very thick, if it shows, that's what I would do. And we'll do a wreath like that. I'll have to find some mesh that's not very thick so we can do a whole wreath like that. But all right, then I just take another zip tie, and I'm just going to flip it around the back and tie this piece that we cut off. See, that's pretty fast. Okay, there we go. You always want to make sure too that your little zip ties are turned where they won't scratch a door. Okay, so now we've got all of these in. So this makes a pretty full wreath all by itself. See? But we're not going to stop there. We're going to put more on it because we like more. Less is not more. At least not for this. I'm going to put this in every tie. So that's why we did 20 inch. So if you wanted to do something and you wanted to do it bigger, then just remember that if you're cutting it at 30 inches, you can get 12 out of a roll. If you're doing 20 inches, you can get 18. If you're doing 10 inches, you can get 36. So that's how you figure out what you want to do when you're doing your wreath. So I've already cut most of these. I just left a couple. So this one should be right around 20 inches. Pretty close. Yep. Okay. So we cut 18, and that's how much is left on the roll. Pretty much nothing. So that's how you know. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these. All right, Mr. Glue Gun, get out of the way. And we're going to do our ruffles. So I'm just going to lay it flat. Oh, I'm glad too. And go right up the center. So this mesh is pretty easy because it's thick, because it's the wide foil. So you see the wide foils, it has like a thicker texture to it. So we'll take this and we'll open up our tie and place it down. Now you can either do this like this, where it's up and down, or you can do it like this. So because you're not doing it right against each other, it really doesn't matter. It really is just kind of personal preference as to whether you want it going this way or this way. So either way, it works good. I think for my purposes, I am going to go up and down like this. Okay. So we'll just keep ruffling my little 20 inches. Now open my tie back up and put it down. There we go. Isn't that such a pretty color? I like it. It's so bright. I don't know if you can see how bright it is, but it's... No. Snagging my new shirt. Okay. It's very bright and grabby. So. But that's okay. Hey, Barbara. All right. So I do still ruffle them out so you can see the pretty color. Thank you. Okay. So just open, put it down, tie it back. Okay. See, there's the one that was really close, but that's okay. Once you get all your ribbons and everything on, it's not going to matter. You're not really going to be able to tell. Okay. I love the sound of mesh. Do y'all like the sound of mesh? I think I must be a little crazy. It's like walking on gravel. I like the sound of walking on gravel. I don't know why. I just do. Yeah, it was really stormy here. It was really bad. It was pouring down rain, thundering, and not fun. It's been yucky for like a week. No real sunshine. A little bit, but not very much. Okay. Yeah. See how much that changes it? Just a little bit of color. I think so too. I really like this red. It's very pretty. I'll definitely have to have some of this at Christmas time. There we go. Yep, she's here. Sweet girl. That's her favorite place, is sleeping on that couch. Because I'm here in here a lot, so she's in here a lot. Okay. I think so too. It does like to stick to everything. Okay. All right, now we are ready to move to the top. Let me move these out of the way. Okay. So I'm just going to do the same thing. Open the tie, put it down, tie it back. Spread it out. So I've almost finished remodeling my craft room, so I'll have to do a new video to show you what it looks like now, because I've really changed it a lot. I had to add a lot more storage. Well, I'm sure y'all can tell because I have the flowers behind me now. Okay. Hey, Paula, you still having internet issues? I swear, there is nothing worse than internet issues, isn't it? It's so frustrating because you can't do anything about it. Hopefully one day they're going to get all that figured out and the weather won't affect us anymore. But who knows when that will be. Okay. Thank you, Barbara. I had to get new stuff for my trip coming up. Oh, thank you. Okay. I think I dropped one. What did I do with that other one? Oh, there it is. It likes to hide in that little spot. The ruffles are 20 inches. Just in case Mara didn't grab you. Okay. Last one. Okay. Oh, I just love this color. It's so pretty. Carson would like this color. This is Carson's favorite color, red. Everything that child wears has red in it. So isn't that pretty? You can still see the little burlap color. So now you'll see You see how perfect that is? Oh, I like that. So this sign, it's pretty cool. It already comes with 2 holes. So really and truly, you could just use the 2 holes. It's pretty thick. I'm not even sure I could pop a hole in it. We'll try. Oh, there goes the camera. Let's just see. Well, I can. Sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. Sometimes these things are super thick. But this one did. Okay, so we'll have 4 spots. And I just used my little bead smith. All right. So we're going to put these aside because we're going to use those in a minute. So I cut my ribbons at 14 inches. Well, okay, there we go. And if you didn't see earlier, these are our ribbons. So we have this one. That's the beige or tan with the white polka dots. And we have this really pretty, this one has lime green and red. Isn't that pretty? I had a half a roll of the strawberry, and I had about a half a roll of the green with the little green and white stripe. So I just put these 2 together because they match so well. And I'll just find the center. Oh, and I cut these at 14 inches. I don't know if I said that. So 14 inches. I'm just going to put them in and tie it off 3 times. And then spread them out. There we go. These are wired ribbons. Okay. I like to use kind of a neutral ribbon when I'm doing these because then it helps that ribbon that has whatever it is I'm using, like the strawberry. It helps it kind of pop out a little bit better. So you see, when you put this in, then it kind of draws your eyes over here. I like that. And I'm not opening the ties, I'm just putting it right on top and then tying it down a good 3 times. Okay. I did also dovetail all my ends. But I'm not going to make you watch me cut them, just so you don't have to watch me cut ribbon. Here we go. I like this green. It's a lime green. It's not really but it has a dark green edging on it. Just gives it that little contrast. I like that. Okay. That looks so pretty against the red, the strawberry. Thank you. Okay. So you see how it's looking? So I'm doing every one, so I'm just going around and alternating the 2. You could also just pick 2 and do it. But I didn't have enough of the strawberry to do it in every one. So I just did every other one. And that's one of the reasons when I get a roll that has like a specialty like this, I will just do like every other, and then I know I can get 2 or more wreaths out of it. That just helps you economize a little bit, because these ribbons right here tend to be a little bit more. So that helps you get a couple out instead of just one. Because you still get the same effect. It's just you don't have to use as much. I think this is the last one on the bottom. Yep. All right. Thank you. All right, so we're going to do the same thing on the top. So I'm just going to come, place it down. So since our sign is so large, see how large that is? I am going to, sorry baby, I'm just going to go ahead and pull these out to the front, because I know the sign is going to push them anyways. So I'll just save myself time and go ahead and pull them out this way. Which I like that look, because then when you put your sign on, it's almost like the ribbons are coming out from the sign. It's kind of cool. So just pull your ribbons out like that. Okay. Is it blurry? Well, don't worry. If it's blurry, I always tape over, and if it's blurry, I'll put a better version out at the end. Because it's kind of hit or miss when you're doing lives. That's why we always have backup. Thank you, Sandy. Yeah, you know I'll put it out there. So we're getting close. And we can put that pretty sign on. It's going to be fun. Okay, 2 more. And I can tell you on these ties, by the time I get a poof in and then a ruffle and then the ribbons, there's not a whole lot of it left, so there's really nothing you have to do. It's not really standing up very much. So, and it also adds a little splash of that brown. So you see there's kind of some brown in here, so when we put it like this, it kind of pulls that brown out. Okay, so now we're ready for our sign. So that's what it looks like with the ribbons. See how nice and full it is by the time you put in your ruffles and then your ribbons? And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this right on. So I have this wire. It's silver. It's very thin. And this is what I like to use if I'm going to be putting some on a sign, because it's such a fine wire that it's hard to see. I tell you what else you can do is you can paint these, and I'm just going to run it through the holes, and I'm going to tie it off in the back right where that hole is. And I have extra because I want to make sure I have enough to get down to the frame. I'll just do the same thing in all 4 places. So let's see, I'm cutting about 26 inches. Okay. So we made this hole ourselves. And I'll just do the same thing. Just twist it right there. So if you do that, then it'll keep it from kind of pulling around, and it kind of helps protect it so it doesn't get accidentally cut off. Just gives it a little protection. It's a little trick my dad taught me. My dad used to love to do handyman type stuff. It's where I learned to use drills and all that good stuff too. My dad was going to make sure his girls knew how to do stuff. Okay. So once I get all my wires on, see, and you can see they're so thin, it's hard to see them. All right. So I'm just going to take them. I'm going to take these wires and I'm going to go right where one of my twist ties are. So that way I can go right in between my ruffle and I can go around that twist tie. It just helps hide it a little better. So when we come around the back, see, it's right here. See, there's my twist tie and here's my wire. So I'm just tying it in, and I won't tie it off yet until I'm sure it's in the right spot. I haven't pulled it too tight. Whew. So until I get them all in, I don't really like to tie them off completely. I'll do the same thing. So you want to pull it tight enough that it's going to stay on there, but you don't want to squash your mesh. So you kind of just eyeball it. You'll be able to tell if it's really squashing your mesh. And of course, we'll have to fix our ribbons once we get this part done. Okay. Yeah, ribbons always make such a big difference. Okay, one more. Okay, then we can fix our ribbons. Okay. All right. So let's do our shake test. It's on there. It's not going to go anywhere. I always want to do that shake test and make sure something hasn't come loose, because it can happen. All right, and then just go back and fluff your ribbons back out. You see how it kind of looks like the ribbons are coming out of that? I like that. I think that's a cool look. Okay. All right. There we go. Better. Much better. Okay, so once we've gotten our ribbons back in place, you see how cute that looks? Do you see how this color here ties in with this, but it also makes your eye move to the next thing? Okay, so let's put some strawberries on. Oh, what did I do with my little clipper? Oh, snake. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it off, but I want to make sure I have some leaves on it like that. It also has this cute little flower. So I'm cutting about 1 inch past that last little leaf. I think they have these at AC Moore as well, if you don't have a Carolina pottery. I think that's where Laura got hers. And I don't know if hers looked the same or a little different, but I bet they're pretty similar. These places all tend to buy from the same places, so. Okay, so I'm going to keep that because, you know, I always use leaves later. So now we have, oh, let me turn on Mr. Glue Gun. Now we have these. And so I thought what we could do is we'll put a few up here. So maybe one here. Oh. I like to make sure that it's even. So one here, and then maybe one right up top, like that. And then we'll take these and we'll put a few on the sides. Okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to take some of this, and I cut this, how much did I cut this? 24? Okay, so I cut this at 24 inches. I'll just meet it in the center and make about a 4-inch loop. Okay? So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to go on the bottom, and I'm going to put it in a few places. So tie it off and fluff it out like that. It just kind of gives it a little bit of an airy feel. I like that. Okay, let's move those while our glue gun's getting hot. He's not very fast. Okay, what did I do with the, oh, there it is. So I cut 2 of these, and we're going to cut a couple more. So do the same thing, just meet it at the bottom, do about a 4-inch, and we'll go over a couple and put it down. Just adds a little bit extra dimension. If you don't have any of this, you could put little delicate flowers, or you could just leave it too. So let's go like right here. So let's cut another one. Okay. I'm just using it now. Okay. Just make our little loop. Just open it up. Put it in. We're just making like a tiny little bow. You see? So it doesn't make a big statement, but when you are looking at a wreath and you're walking around it, or if you're getting ready to put this on your Etsy shop and you're taking pictures of it, then, you know, people are going to see different dimensions as you're going around your wreath, which really helps a lot. It doesn't add a lot of cost, but it does add a lot of interest. So just little things like this can kind of make it stand out and give it a little bit more value without adding a lot of cost. Okay, let's do one more and then that'll be it. Okay. So I ended up doing every other one on the bottom. Okay. I just tie it down and then fluff it out. You see? All right, glue gun's ready. So I'll just take this, crimp that end a little bit, and put a good glue on it. I'm gonna hook it in and then glue a little bit more on it. Okay. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so we're going to do one there. We're going to do, whoops, I must have forgotten to fix this ribbon. Make a little hook. It just helps to give it something to grab to the tie if you make a little hook. And then you can just put a little bit more glue around it. That kind of helps hold it together. And let's put one at the top. I'll do this one. Okay. There we go. See how cute it is with just a little bit of strawberries coming out? All right, so we're going to pick a couple places. Let's see, let's put one here. So I'm going to put one here. Okay. And this. Woo! Haha, got myself. Okay, put it in that tie. There we go. I need a glue gun. I mean a glue stick. There we go. There we go. So see, there's one. Let's see, let's put one here. These are also a great way to keep your ribbons in place. Anything like this. Just hook it in. A little bit more glue. All right, we got one more. So let's see. Let's put one up here. If you ever have these little strings on your wreaths, just get out a hairdryer and just kind of run your hairdryer just on air across it. You don't need really high heat. You don't want it to be too high, but it will get rid of all those little spider strings. There. That's it. We got it. So what you think? See, we've got these little window pane, then we've got little strawberries, we've got our ribbons that tie in with our sign. We've got our sign. Do y'all like it? I like it. I really like these signs. I think these signs are very cool. And you know, when I got the sign in, my mom said, "That's too big. That's not going to look right on a wreath." And I said, "Just watch." So what do you think now, Mama? Thank you. I think it turned out really pretty. See, you can still see some of the natural colors in it. And these neutral colors really help a lot. Thank you. All right, so does anybody have, let me show it to the camera. So does anybody have any questions that I didn't get? Yes, you can. Thank you. Thank you, Anna Maria. I got the sign from Sims Pottery. I could probably get some and put some in my shop. If you can't find them anywhere else, let me know and I'll order some. This thing. Okay. Note not to wear this shirt when I'm working with mesh again. It keeps picking at it. Okay. Amazon has them. Well, there you go. Okay, so the ribbons, this came from Sims Pottery. This came from Carolina Pottery. This came from Sims. I'm supposed to have some of these on the way. I was going to put some in my shop, but I'm still waiting on it. The strawberry I got from Sims, but I've seen them at Craft Outlet. These came from Carolina Pottery, but I think, oh, and AC Moore has this ribbon too, I think, and they have these strawberries. This red mesh came from Trendy Tree, and this jute mesh came from Sims Pottery, but you can get this on Craft Outlet too. So the window pane also came from Carolina Pottery. It's red. Where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. Okay, so is this what you're talking about? This is called window pane ribbon. And generally it's in with the section of burlap, because it is burlap. It's like just a little tiny burlap it comes in all different colors. Thank you, Veronica. Well, Sims is online, but I'm going to tell you their shipping is atrocious. So, thank you. But oh, Carolina Pottery is online and they ship. So I would definitely check them. And if you are new to watching me, you want to get notified when I'm going live, just send me a message through Messenger and it will subscribe you to my list. Yes, it is, Laura. All right. What does Walmart have? I missed that one. Thank you. Thank y'all for watching. All right, well, I'm going to let y'all go, and I'm going to go put my boys to bed because, unfortunately, school's not out yet. So I will see y'all on Wednesday. Oh, on Wednesday, I'm going to be doing the flip-flop wreath. So if you bought the kit and you're waiting, that's when it'll be. Thank y'all, and have a wonderful night. The flip-flop's next. Thank you. I'll see y'all on Wednesday. Have a great Monday. Bye-bye.